Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Milan and I help new hosts establish their Airbnb businesses. Today we're going to be reviewing one of our newest hosts on the platform, Lena. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. This is Sweden. So hello Lena and welcome to Airbnb, and as per your request I'm reviewing your listing and giving you the best of my tips and advices. And let's get straight into it without further ado. I love seeing this. I just want to say straight from the get-go, fantastic job. I think people can learn a lot from hosts like you. I don't know if you've done this before. If you have, again, kudos and congratulations, fantastic job. Just from the first look of it, I can see that it is a beautiful place, and I congratulate you personally for owning such a beautiful home. For those of you who do not know, this is, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Kölva. This is very far in the north of Sweden, and it is even beyond Stockholm. So I'm in South Sweden, so for me I say far, but it is actually quite decent if you're coming from Norway or Finland, maybe if you're traveling. But at any rate, it is a wonderful location that I definitely suggest that you go to. The first thing we're going to review is the price. That is the first thing people want to know about, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing. Lena has a very good price of 1500 kronas a night. You do need to understand that as a guest, if you were to book this place, you will be paying for 3 nights and the cleaning fee that Lena has put, which is 1500 kronas, and the service fee, which is deducted by Airbnb. And as you can see, the purpose of service fee is to allow Airbnb to run itself, so you basically pay for the service of booking. Like for example, if you would go to booking.com and you would book a place, you would also pay a service fee that the host or that the company establishes. And this is why this exists. I believe this is a fantastic price for this listing. And as always, and as all hosts already know, you first set a competitive price for your listing, which is lower maybe than your competitors. And as you grow in popularity and reviews, as your reviews go up, you will be able to increase that, of course. And you can set the price that you might be even yourself satisfied with, unless this is good enough for you. So how do you do that? How do you establish if you're competitive? How do you establish whether your price is competitive or not? There is one method that I recommend to all hosts, and that is to log into Airbnb as guest. When you log in as a guest, you are going to be searching for the region in which you are in, and you're going to find the listings that surround you within a certain radius, let's say 10 kilometers. And based on what services they offer in comparison to your listing, you will be able to see whether your price is worth the effort and whether people are going to pay for it or not. In your case, I believe it's a very good price, and it's a good starting price too. The first thing, however, I would like to note and emphasize is the pictures themselves. Although they look fantastic, these 5 pictures are the first pictures that are displayed when potential guests open your listing. So I can go to all photos and I can see a different story. I can see plenty of nature, great job. I can see the interior, decent pictures. These are quite decent pictures, and it's a really wonderful interior. And the thing with this is that maybe this is something that people can be interested in, such as this picture here that can be put in the front, this one. And maybe another one that shows clearer what is going to be happening there. And I'm guessing this is another sleeping arrangement. It's a beautiful home. You have repetitive pictures, so be mindful of that. There are pictures that repeat themselves. So if that happens, just go to your listing and maybe remove pictures that are duplicates. But you want to make sure that within these 5 pictures, you capture potential guests' attention. And you accomplish that by displaying everything that you offer. So for example, since you listed in one of your amenities that you have a sauna, and you have a TV, you have free parking, beachfront and lake view, already displayed in one of the pictures, of course, make sure, for example, that you can display or show the sauna and sleeping arrangements from a more farther perspective, so that people can see a room, an entire room, and not just a bed. That will be a personal recommendation of mine. If you're interested in professional photography, please hit me up and I will gladly help you with that. Moving on. Of course, for you who do not speak Swedish, there is automatic translation for every language on Airbnb. And here it is displayed, and we can see that it is in an island and a bridge next to a lake. And there is a decent amount of description, which is wonderful. And another thing that this host has done so tremendously well is that this host, Lena, has put a 3-month minimum for reservations. This is a very good practice which guarantees that the guests you have will actually stay there for a period of time and that you will get a decent amount of money. It also saves a lot of time for hosts who do not want to clean every day and want guests to stay longer, which is a very good strategy. And I think you did really great by choosing this option. What I can see from the get-go is the option that I can reserve, which means, as it reads here, that I won't be charged yet. If you are a new host, this means that the instant booking option is not available for this listing. If you want to learn more about instant booking, please check this video right here. Instant booking is a wonderful feature of guests and potential guests who do not even have to establish a primary communication with the host. Sometimes this can be tricky, sometimes it can work very well. I personally recommend what Lena did, which is to leave it off. Because in this way, Lena is in full control who communicates with her, in what way, and she decides in the end whether she accepts someone's inquiry for reservation or not. Once again, Lena, I don't know if you've done this before, but this is fantastic, and I'm going to gladly move on. What is wonderful to see is that Lena has wrote here that they will be available by email and phone, which is a fantastic comfort for guests in case something happens, and that there is even a local contact in case something happens. I think that is fantastic. I think that is beautiful, and it shows that you have a strong community, which also can help people see that you're a responsible host. I am very pleasantly surprised. I believe I've reached the end of the listing, Lena, and I wish you all the best, quite simply. This is a very good listing. I would definitely love to visit one day, and I'm very proud to welcome you to the Airbnb community and wish you nothing but success because you are clearly doing a fantastic job. I want to share with you 3 things that I want you to take with you as a fellow host. The first one you have already covered, and that is instant booking. You already have the self-check-in option, which means that guests are going to be checking in with the lockbox, which is amazing. That is an amazing feature that allows for guests to also be secure and safe and return the key when they leave, and for the hosts to know always where the key is at, because it's either with the guests or it's in the box. Fantastic. The other thing I would like to advise you to do is to write scheduled messages, which means you do not have to write to hosts every time the same thing, because they will be essentially asking you the same questions. So basically you come prepared. You prepare yourself for the questions your potential guests might have. And if you do not know how to do that, please reach out and I will help you. The third thing, of course, is the cancellation policy. If you have a strict cancellation policy, that means that your guests will be much more responsible and you will automatically attract guests that are more responsible. All of us have situations in our lives. Something might happen, something that was not planned to be. And at the same time, you will be protected and secured by Airbnb. Also with air cover, so you don't have to worry if some of your guests damage some of your property, which hopefully will not happen. Thank you for watching. If you are considering Airbnb and registering your listing on Airbnb, you can do so by the link below, and it's going to be in the description of this video. And if you do that, you will get free support from me, and I will basically be in charge of helping you establish your Airbnb listing on Airbnb. Welcome, goodbye, and I wish you a wonderful day. Take care.